Welcome to Strands of Destiny, for they weave again once more for our hearty Imarian adventurers who have been journeying for quite some time through this world, only to find it in absolute peril, as some nonsense with a deck of many things, and some adventurers and heroes from all these other worlds have been going around doing all sorts of heroic deeds to try to save the multiverse. But what about each of those worlds that they jump in and out of with nary a thought? We're going to explore some of that today with our old crew. For those of you who have been around since the inception of Six Sides, may recognize some of the characters we have here. And of course, it is very, very nice to have you all back at the table together once again. But you have been adventuring for a little over 40 years since we last saw these characters back in the day. You've all attained level 20.
Quickest level up ever.
Have joined the august heroes of Imaria's history. Many of you have moved on to do other tasks and have been busybodies under the various rules of certain high powers that are seeking to get things done across Imaria. Speaking of which, we're going to start our little side story in absolute pitch darkness. Silent, cold, ceaseless. Hivearch, as we emerge out of this pitch darkness, what do we see?
Sitting on a rather large cluster of semi-ethereal fungi that kind of form a less a throne and more a blanketed surface in the middle of pitch. Hivearch is currently attached to the cluster itself, eyes glazed over like a storm is wreathed beneath its segmented eyes. Very pale, chitinous shell, marred by fissures like carvings into wood. Some a deep, dull amber color, another a deep purple amethyst. Chitinous armor with a large frill crest behind his head. And looking less like an insectoid humanoid and more like a deathly corpse that has masqueraded as this for far too long, as he's just plumbing the depths of his sight throughout this nightmarish landscape, kind of twitching ever so often as he is viewing far and beyond his own sight.
You have been sent into the nightmare on the behest of your patron, a certain Chimeris, the Amber Elder Dragon. He has sent you to search for something that he, or they, I should say, have only recently discovered the location of. And as you sort of push your way, almost kind of having to semi-swim, semi-crawl through this morass of just inky darkness, you see ahead that which you seek on this dire mission, surrounded in a silvery mist with a strange sort of glimmer to it, despite the inky darkness, the sort of squishy, sponge-like floor sinking beneath basically everything that your entire form, including that which you are upon, glides. You see the tussle of red hair and the glint of green and steel emanating from deep within this mist. And you understand that you have found what it is you seek. As you get closer to reach out, Adira, what does Hivearch see swaddled in mists?
You see, it's dark in here, so she has her sword lit up in green in defense. But you see in that light, long, reddish-orange hair, and you see what looks to be a soldier of sorts, chainmail armor, sitting regal. I assume I'm sitting?
Sure.
Sitting regal and in a defensive stance, waiting to see where she is.
To Hivearch's knowledge, Adira has been missing for the last 20 years since the Moonfire conflagration, a great event that tore open the sky and the hordes of the lunar invaders, the demons from beyond the veil, came in to invade the world. She went off in search of something that could help to fix the problem deep into the ethereal realms and was not seen again. Her legacy lived on, but her name slowly faded from the annals of recent history. You two have met before, and you have both worked for the same patron. And that familiarity sort of works its way through your insectoid brain as you see and you understand why you were sent and who it is that Chimeras has sought.
How far away is Adira from me?
I'd say within sight, so let's say 30-ish feet.
Do I see him?
I think you
It?
would see.
You're an
Hivearch.
Are they? It?
Yeah, everything.
Do I see everything?
You see, I would say, the first thing you see is just a shape in the dark, but its outline is given off by the fact that these cracks of purple and amber are just slowly, like, this sort of glowing as it just sort of illuminate the form a little bit, as he's sort of drifting forward like a wraith, just very, like, just gliding through the murk. These big compound eyes that are now turned back to their normal, like, deep blood red, is just sort of scanning and kind of locks eyes with you, and the head just sort of tilts slightly, and it says nothing.
When I see you, I will get to my feet, stand up, draw my sword. Who goes there? Old habits die hard.
We do. Set down your weapon, child. There is no need. I am not a nightmare born of this place. I am merely a guardian shade that walks within it.
Declare yourself, sir. Who are you?
We are your pallid shell, risen Hivearch of the deathless brood, granter of dragons' eternity, branded one of amethyst fang, waker of the amber shark, the hollow walker, lycan lich of Imaria's wrath, guardian shade of Nimboros and silent sovereign of the cluster of Sol Felbor. But to you, I am merely a way out.
Hivearch? Hivearch?
Yes.
She, thinks for a second.
It's been 20 years.
It's been 20 years.
You and the scientist, the Pheromancer and the Archmagus, the prince who refuses his crown. I remember stripping away the defenses of an insidious machine for you to not perish. So still your blade.
And she does. It is good to see you, old friend.
He looks even worse than the last time you remember him.
So does she.
He kind of floats forward, and he is not so much floating as his clawed feet are sort of hurling through shadow, and it kind of parts for him, and then almost like seems to try to grab onto him, and then the amethyst veins pulse, and they like shirk away slightly, as if like the plane itself is trying to eat him, and just a little bit of something is keeping it from doing it as virulently as it wishes. He just walks up and goes,
"You have been absent for a long time."
I have been working for a long time. Absent from your view, perhaps. You have been absent for a long time.
This is my home now. I am consumed by Nimberos itself. You are a wanderer here, and thou shalt not wander long if you wish for the nightmares to not consume you. Tell me, Adira, why are you here?
I don't know. I haven't been here long. I can't really remember how long I've even been here, but it seems like it's just now.
"Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know this is one of the effects of the nightmare? As you remember,
Yeah, go for it.
hazy. Oh, it's caught down.
I mean, it was really good.
Okay. 16.
You do know that time tends to function differently in the Vale and its dream realms. It's not unheard of for memories to also be a little wishy-washy. You do know that currently the Vale is sick. It is suffering under the assault of the lunar hordes once again, as something akin to the Moonfire conflagration has happened very recently, where the Vale has been not ripped asunder this time, more so like slowly dissolving. And perhaps it's a little bit of A and B kind of working together.
Are you aware of what is besetting the Veil itself?
No, please tell me.
Something from beyond the spaces between spaces is carving its way through, trying to tunnel into Imaria itself. You are not safe here. The shadows, they can be kept at bay, yes, but they are patient, and they will rob you of your senses if you remain.
Adira, in the flickering shadows that surround you on all sides, you just make out the stone face of Ravenska as he just kind of glares at you with burning eyes. But as you kind of blink into the shadow, it's gone.
I will try to not make Hivearch aware that I am even phased a little bit.
He doesn't seem to react either way.
Then please help me get out of wherever this is. You're right, I have been away, but apparently whatever is doing what you say has called me to an even nobler purpose.
It's been a long time since anyone used that word in my presence. Noble. Interesting. Yes. Let's...
And he pulls from his back what looks like a kite shield that has been carved from what looks like a massive amber draconic scale. Only so known by the fact that there are little streaks of amber. The majority of it is completely black, like a web of tentacles came from the middle and just inked the entire thing.
We are not going there, though.
Not Yet, trust me when I say that Kryper is in thrall and I have things left to discuss. For the moment, we shall take you to the cluster. You need to reconstitute yourself. Then we must. Unfortunately, gather in a place I think you have no desire to return. But for now, let us remove ourselves from Nimperos.
So I will equip the Eye of Chrymeris, my sentinel shield, which I have thoroughly corrupted. It still stays mostly amber. Much to his chagrin.
Doing that.
And I will, he kind of reaches, and you hear like the sound of like creaking wood as he cracks his hand into his own body. Kind of rifles for a moment and goes, and pulls out this deep, dark, forked rod that has tiny beetles crawling across and goes,
Shall we?
And I will cast Plane Shift, and I will shift us to Zolfelbur, my shadowy demi-plane.
The echoing laughter of Emperor Bravenska just continues to resound, swirling in the mist around you, Adira, as everything goes bright turquoise.
As we go, I will whisper back, I will be back.
Sounds of metal on metal, marching boots, and shouting orders of combat are the only things you hear in the brief moment before everything goes quiet. Meanwhile,
Yeah, Byron Central Crime Evidence.
That's a Hall of Justice. You are both en route through the Vale, also on a mission from an Elder Dragon, this one of the sapphire hue rather than amber, though you are being sent to see the one of amber. The Sapphire Elder Dragon has taken it upon himself to defend everything from the current invasion forces that are attempting to penetrate into Imaria itself, and he's been a very busy individual because of that. So, they have often taken to agents, such as yourselves, to go about and be their sword where they cannot reach. So you've been doing the hammer of justice, where they cannot reach. Well, you actually have a sword.
Yes.
You are on your way to meet with the Amber Dragon Chrymeris of a mission that Thalagrantis, your patron of the Sapphire, seemed quite disturbed by. And it must be so if you would be sending the wielder of his own fang of Sapphire, Infinite Counselor Ekke. And so as we sort of begin to see you two currently moving between demiplane to demiplane, what do we see?
Every time Ekke opens a portal, there will be a dwarf falling from an elevated position, collapsing next to him in the heroic Marvel superhero landing, followed by a whirring of bionic knees as he rises from the ground and looks around, always in complete wonderment of wherever they've just arrived. Foley never gets tired of every new adventure. Unlike some of our compatriots, which we'll get into in a minute, he's none the worse for wear. He is far too stupid to have had any lasting impacts from the nightmares that he has experienced.
Except for the knees.
Except for the knees. As long as he can get to a high ground and beat things with hammers, his life is good. And will be for as long as the universe exists, as far as he's concerned.
So a portal will just open up and Foley will fall through.
In essence, you can envision it as Ekke will portal. I'll leave that to him. Slightly above wherever he
comes
portals, my portal will come.
I see.
And I will drop it.
So as the dwarf then falls through our vision, kind of panning down, stepping out much more gracefully, we witness
a small 2.5-foot fox. Arctic white fur. 2 voluptuous tails protruding from behind him as he hunches over. His hat and cloak billowing, though no wind is present. His stoicism depresses the air, and the happiness around it tends to stagnate into some sort of neutrality. And as he wanders, clinking and jittering with all the jewels and devices of his own making, a little tiny flower on his staff, crawling around and sentiently speaking to him in a high-pitched squeal that he since ignores. Ekke, wielder of time, chronomancer, an infinite council member, otherwise known as bureaucratic garbage, steps forward from portal to portal and nimbly, fox-like, with his reflexes, prances through whatever terrain he goes to, until the grounds crack from the bionic smash of his dearest friend, Foley Embeard, the plunge dwarf of Imaria.
Where have you brought us this time, Ekke?
I will tell you in just a moment. Where have I brought us?
In the swirling flash of bright turquoise and opalescent white, your vision is slowly but surely overwhelmed with the purest of saffron amber. The orange gold washes over you like a warmth, burning away any sort of chilling, foul feelings that you might have been going through up until this point, for Adira especially. But a feeling of comfort, like returning home to a family hearth, wells up inside you as you blink into the warm saffron glow, despite yourself.
I believe we have returned to the domain of, the dickhead dragon.
Indeed. Before you stretches an immaculate palace hall with extraordinary architectural features such as gilding, carvings, amber panels, gold leaf, gemstones, and mirrors, all highlighted with warm candlelight. Marble pillars and bronze statues of dragons run down its expanse, draped with diaphanous brass-colored silks. Towering stained glass windows lit in a sparkling light, causing flickering shadows to swim about as if projecting through water. Beautiful music echoes all around as what look to be dozens of high society people of all shapes, sizes, and species dance with each other. Reptilian servants stroll about offering platters of exquisite food and drink, their amber-colored livery glittering like polished armor.
It's a bit much, if you ask me, Foley.
Yes, I'm not a fan.
But the most important question of all, as I consult my mind, why are we here?
Why, indeed. Settling down from the opulent staircase of glimmering honey like shine, a huge draconic figure of amber scales and dress descends, large reptilian wings folded around them like a shimmering cloak, while the dancing light of the windows shines around them as if a glowing aura.
Is this one of the lesser time dragons?
It is something to see you again, Primaris.
It certainly is something, especially in these dark times. Come, let us join the others.
Others?
Oh yes, I think you'll be rather elated with this one. He looks over at Foley. This is the best Imaria can offer, as he leads you off into the other room.
Too dumb to take offense.
He's like, yep.
Will gets Elminster. Eberron gets Marek. Sorth gets Melf. We get Foley Embeard.
But you do know me.
He leads you over into a just as opulent conference room, but it's less of a boardroom. It's really more of a lounge. It's like a foyer, and there's beautiful amber scaled high back plush couches and cushions and silks adorning. There's even an ergonomic knee pillow set aside for Foley.
Ergonomic knee.
All right, I was about to say something offensive, but no, I'm on board now.
Waiting in this room, and by the look of one of their faces, waiting for a little bit of a while, you see a red-haired woman dressed in well-crafted armor and an old friend that you've not seen in a long time.
How quickly would I recognize?
I feel like Hivearch is very striking visually.
He looks not like how you remember him. He looks quite dead.
In fairness, I don't know that.
I think the last time Foley saw you, you were dead.
It's true.
So,
Hi, Mark. How have you been?
He kind of stands up a bit. The head tilts.
It's me, your favorite dwarf.
Foley.
Uh,
Master Embeard. I see you finally got new knees.
quite good.
It is good to see you alive.
I will just kind of very quietly lean next to Adira and go,
I know we both do not wish to be in this palace. Give it time. I will explain.
I'm holding my tongue.
looks over and goes,
Infinite Counselor Ekke, is it? How long has it been now?
In time, distance is irrelevant. It is good to see you, Hivearch.
I know you have seen us before this day.
Yes.
Your sight plumbs every depth of the fantasy, the nightmare, the grey and beyond. And you've never come to visit.
I have always been there, visiting you. You are different when you are awake.
I'm dead when I sleep. And I am further dead still while awakened. But I suppose that this is as good a reunion as any.
Master Hivearch, there are very few things in this infinite time that give me pleasure. But knowing that your presence is around and protecting this shell, this is one of them. It is good to see. Who have you brought with you?
My name is Adira.
It is Riddlerix. I know who you are, number 8.
I know who you are. And don't refer to me in that way ever. The last infinite counselor that I met had this plunged through his chest. And you know, I know who you are because of him. Vulpine Hackjob, I believe he called you.
Yes, it is a relevant title to some. Spicy one, Foley. No need, she will not strike. It's all bark and no bite.
I have bite.
You are a good weave breaker, not one of the evil brand. But I see you are back in the clutches of Crimeris.
Indeed.
Never. And let me tell you, Crimey, I'm not afraid of you anymore. It's been 20 years. 20 years of me fighting a war endlessly. Where have you been?
This is the thanks I get.
The thanks. The thanks
You're no longer in the nightmare. Thank you, Hivearch. Well done.
Is it not you that pulled me from that place?
No, it is the fact the veil is unraveling, and with it come side effects. Some very useful, some less so. There is much to discuss, and ironically, not that much time. The veil is once again weakening, dissolving. The web of time itself appears to be deteriorating. I have received a series of journals from a very pleasant Ursine. Very interesting journals with lots of interesting information that has proven very valuable in this pressing time. Some sort of supposed fiend, classified as an archdevil, rather pompous if you ask me. Archdevil of the 8th, specifically. Mephistopheles, he calls himself, has taken it upon himself to invade the veil, and abyssal demons are invading Lunalia. A war on two fronts. It is the worst case scenario that we have all feared for generations. Devils are attacking the dream realms. The temporal mystics are barely able to hold them off. I am sure I don't need to tell you. Delegrantus has been very busy. However, we must stop another 100-year eclipse from happening again. There are too few of my kin around this time. Too few, far too few. It is up to the hands of mortals to stop the invasion this time. The web of time that holds the veil together recently became corrupted, infected with a demonic influence by some unholy abomination called Lolth. You know as much as I do. That has been dealt with, so do not worry about that. However, it was curious that during this incident, the forces of Mephistopheles assisted in protecting the web of time from this Lolth and their influence. And I did not understand why, nor did those who assisted me. They had some things to say on the matter, but it was all conjecture. But now, with the web itself disintegrating rapidly, I think that perhaps the reason those fiends were protecting the web was to prepare it for their own dark plans. It is not corrupted, it is not tainted, it is degrading, it is ceasing existence. It is like nothing I've seen before.
Then how are we to fix it?
The strands of destiny that weave the web of time are maintained by the veil spiders. All time flows through these strands, all possibilities, all potential, all souls of their lives pass through the near infinite strands of destiny. It holds the veil together, it holds Imaria together, it holds everything that we hold dear. It is likely related to whatever is happening to the veil. I think there is something dire at work, and wouldn't you know it? Here I am, seeking the world's greatest heroes. That's what we're left with. All right. But to the more immediate threat. Foley! How have you been? I don't care. Do you remember the strange fish creatures that you saw at the bottom of the Uglu Sea? With the amber
Yes.
scales?
I
After you
also
killed
remember
my-
the time spiders.
Good. Both will be relevant. The Kuotoa that attend me at the bottom of the sea have stopped responding to me. They have stopped speaking to me. I have no idea what they're doing anymore.
Perhaps you should try being more polite.
Hear, hear.
Unlikely to happen.
These are my attendants. Their sworn fealty to protect my slumbering body is of the utmost of importance, especially to the protection of the veil. The fact that they are no longer receiving nor sending any communication with me is very concerning. While we're still not sure what's going on with the Web of Time, this, at least, we can look into, and, if we're lucky, it'll be related.
It most likely is. The numerical values of 8 have already shown themselves several times. I believe that we must ascend down. If the body of Chimeras were to perish, we would lose an Elder Dragon, and as much as I don't like him any more than you do, he is essential, they are essential, to maintaining the equilibrium of this place.
It could
And
be stopped
equilibrium
essential.
is all that matters.
Yes, even the lesser ones are important.
Correct. Kramer is involved.
Please, you don't need to be so formal, Hivearch.
Oh, we do.
Very well.
I insist. We are to investigate the disappearance of contact with your hive.
In a certain matter of view, yes.
And if this Mephistopheles is to blame for their lack of contact, we are to deal with it.
Preferably, you can gather as much information as you can, but yes.
If he threatens Imaria, then he must be stopped regardless of all of our preconceived notions.
I'm glad you brought it up. I was going to say that, but I felt like it would be a little pretentious coming from me.
And
Yes.
I think that you should speak for yourself, because I'm going to need a little bit more convincing.
Adira, everything you've done has been for the betterment of the Vale and Imaria as a whole.
Yes,
Despite our misunderstandings
Grievances.
in the past.
interesting.
Of a
Holding
fair.
me captive for years
I call
is
it
a
attraction.
misunderstanding.
Yes.
Latent love.
I will tell you this. You must give us all of the information on these things that you have. How about a description? Something to go on? Before we go out and risk our lives again for you again. And I will need one favor. Before I lift a finger for you.
Ooh.
Very wise. Very wise.
I know you already know.
20 years has not dulled your blade, has it?
No, it hasn't. It's only sharpened it. I am not the same woman I was before. I am not the same scared creature under your thumb. So you will do me a favor before I even entertain this.
What would you ask of me?
I want to see him
Ah,
the same way you spied on me.
very, very well. I believe that I can make that happen. He will reach into his pocket and pull out a sensory stone.
Oh no.
With a twist. A projection of Lowell's face in quite the astonishing expression will appear before your eyes.
I want a live view, not a photograph.
It's pretty good though, isn't it? Let's- we-
I mean, you'll see she actually almost like tears up for a second, just seeing. his face.
I mean, he looks older. 20 years older.
Yeah.
It's a note.
Oh.
Very last curse on Loholt. He loses his ring. I found it when we cleaned the stew.
Oh, yes.
But esoterics aside,
It's relevant.
it's very relevant. Some context will be good.
All
I
right.
just need assurance that he is alive and well and you are still protecting him.
I am doing what I can. Seeing as you refuse to trust me and my word, which I have never spoken a lie. Very well.
Debatable.
Yeah, well, we could get into semantics, but we won't. Very well. Just close your eyes. Think of your happy place or wherever it might be. And you are treated to a vision that feels much more real than the projection that you had. And you see the familiar amber glow of light surrounded by some other familiar figures of you. You recognize, Merrick's to Kenneth, Elminster, Shadowdale, Melf of Oerth, some woman. And they appear to be traversing through ethereal mists that are very familiar to you. And it's only a brief, it's the briefest of glimpses. It is to like the absolute letter of the law, like, here's your vision of seconds. And in that very momentary glimpse into this far away location, you only hear a single word: Imperious. Satisfied?
I feel like this is a live feed, as
Yes.
it were.
It felt very more real, gritty, grimy. It didn't have sort of that recorded quality to it. It was sort of a point of view centered on the blade. So what you think is that you were getting sort of a view of what Chimeras can view through the blade. It was sort of the barest of a glimpse into what's happening.
The fates are toying with me again, it seems.
They like to do that.
This close.
There's an old saying that has occurred across chronomancers who walk the dreams, that the strands of destiny weave only a web of death.
I coined that.
So sure to be back amongst the old crew again.
Hush. Let him speak.
Now that that's done with, are we all happy? Are we all joyous? Can I just do some amber wine?
I do not eat.
I know. It's for tasting, not imbibing.
Contradictory to what you just said, time is of the essence,
Sir?
and wine would remove that.
I'm just being cordial. You're free to go now. Now would be good, actually, yes.
Yes, let's go.
We have no prior information, other than being in this location before.
You know as much as I do.
It didn't go well the first time.
No. We must
No, it
preparatory.
didn't. Let's try to avoid that this time.
We'll need to be more preparatory this time. Adira, a weavebreaker of the penitent breed. Your skills in stalling mana will be useful. Do you mentally conflict from using those powers? Or are you free to wield that relic?
I am free to do whatever I want.
Not exactly an answer to the question, but you did blanket it. Acceptable.
Just good at that.
Hivearch,
I
anything new for you?
will not impede Adira's usage of the blighted metal. She has proven to be conscientious with it. Nor do I think I could stop her if I tried.
You can't. Do not abuse your power of using magic, and I will not have to take it away from you.
I am the living abuse of magic I think you would find, but it would not be my definition. As for your question, Ekke, the hive has evolved beyond even, I think, your understanding. I am death. I am rebirth. I am not what we once were. But in that, there will be enough, I think, to remove the issues we face in a tide of rot.
We have spent many years together, and it seems moons apart. This hive shall not become part of your hive, correct?
Which hive?
That of Chimeras that we are going to liberate. Just keep your growth to the hive in check.
Gav looks over at Chimeras and goes,
What if they're already dead? No sense wasting on recycling, no is there?
Perhaps you could speak with the dead first before you desecrate their corpses to get information.
If we must.
Yes.
So be it. We will speak to one. At least one.
Of course, standard rules apply. Adira, you're new to this team. Don't touch anything once we arrive.
Oh, she's gonna love you.
I can sense we will be ever so best of friends.
he begins turning and walking slowly away.
There'll be many things for you to smash, old friend.
On your word.
Did I hear correctly? Are we going underwater?
That's correct.
Plunging, I believe.
Yes, a wonderful plunge.
And while underwater, we are able to breathe out?
The coral castle at the bottom of the Igloo Sea has an air bubble contained inside of it.
Okay.
Last time we rode a shark.
This is true.
Fascinating.
We have a more considerable, quick way to
I was gonna say probably, yeah.
But the shark was fun.
The shark was fun.
That was pretty good. So, is it protected from teleportation ruins or gates that I can get us there? Is this a demi-plane?
No, it is material. You should be able
Well, that was out of character. But okay,
So yeah, you should be able to get there through Veil Step. That shouldn't be a problem for you. The owner of the domain can remove any kind of wards that might be on it that would prevent such a thing. And luckily for you, you happen to be right in front of the owner of that area, so he can just turn off his wards that would protect against that sort of thing.
Everyone ready? Shall we go now?
Yes, one thing. Foley, you said your name is?
Those are correct.
Lady Foley.
The Foley. I would not have heard of him. Right?
Doubtful.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not really.
Foley.
Maybe if you had ever spent any time late night in a couple of pubs with some songsters that
It doesn't sound like
overstayed
you.
their welcome, you might have heard of them, but that's about it.
Don't touch me.
I hadn't planned on it.
It's not the sort of plunging he likes to do.
He is just looking around, confused, trying
His
to.
eyes just sort of start crossing.
She meant the Rennick steel.
Oh yes, the green. Yes, it's not good. I don't enjoy it. I'll keep my distance.
Were I only alive, your armor would be nauseating. It's a good thing I'm dead.
Would you like to be?
Alive?
Yes.
We're far past that, Foley, my old friend.
I've evolved beyond life, you cretin. Unwind the last 40 years of my life.
Just true resurrect.
Yep.
A lich feel like
You just take all of his powers away.
Can I go up to Adira really quickly while we're in this room?
I believe Ekke is the one taking you where you're going. So yeah, you're able.
As we're walking, I'll just kind of sidle up to Adira and go,
Surprisingly, that went rather well. Good work.
I would not rest on your laurels just yet.
I've never once done so.
Well, you'd have to have laurels in order to do that.
You are a strange creature, but we will need those in the times to come. How did you do it? If you don't mind this husk asking,
How did I do what?
get away from them. How did you leave the Dragon of the Mines serve as?
What's this over here? I'll just let you kids talk.
Careful negotiations. We'll get you out.
There's no getting out for us.
There's always a way.
We will allow ourselves to feel the emotion you mortals consider home one final time. But I ask you this. If you feel it is possible for our release later, and now, there is much that you need to know. Death is not the end the necromancers like to ply, but what they forget to mention is how large and vast and frightening a beginning it is.
and he keeps moving.
So Ekke is standing in front of an open wall area,
It's very amber.
and he's you see him just looking for a bit. He's just kind of thinking. Yes, maybe there. I recognize that piece of coral. And he cracks the glass, and when he breaks the timepiece, he just goes. And then the sand from the timepiece splashes out and then freezes in midair. And then the glass goes and repairs. Starts moving the sand around. And then he just goes. This cog of time appears. It looks like panes of glass form from the sand. And he goes, through here. And through the reflections of the glass, you can see this. What's the description of the location?
It is. Are you choosing to go to like the inside of it?
Oh, we're going right into the middle.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I think
straight in.
he would teleport to the most familiar place, which is where he spent 8 hours in coral.
That's
So-
not in the coral, presumably.
No, we're going to go above the coral, but it's in the room where the teleportation chamber with the candles.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So that's usually, in his opinion, that would be a quiet travel
Yeah.
area.
It is a large chamber, very artfully decorated. Iridescent patterns run along the floor, which seem to be made of coruscating shell. At the northern end is a massive conch shell, so large you could walk straight into it. The shell is decorated similar to an altar with candles, amber scale streamers, and intricate designs. Large spiral shells pierce the pathway leading to the shell, and beneath the walkway you can see an unbelievably gargantuan amber reptilian closed eye, sparkling scales adorning it. And though you cannot see beyond this chamber, you get the sense that the eye is attached to an equally immense body that cascades all along the floor of the sea. And though it doesn't make any immediate movement, an almost imperceptible shudder of breath courses through the scaled body like a deep slumbering snore.
I just look at my sword and look at it, them, look at my sword again and shake my head.
Foley? Guide the way, my friend.
For the hive?
For once, I will take the normal door instead of a set.
Okay, just gonna walk straight.
You see Hivearch has the barest twitch of like a desiccated antenna. He goes,
For life, indeed.
and I will.
This is nice. You don't seem like a hack job at all. I'll step in.
And then,
The sigh of, here we go again.
It's more into the breach, old friend.
and as he goes through the portal, he holds this orb behind him, and the glass starts to turn back to sand and collect around the orb, and you just see this to Craigers as he pulls through.
I like them. So first to enter was Foley.
Yes, and I remember this place
Yes.
as the scene of a fairly horrible battle.
Gruesome,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Okay.
It's,
How does it look now?
it's been cleaned up.
Okay.
The blood stains have been removed.
That's good to know.
All your DNA has been scrubbed from the place.
The first thing is we should do the senses, the sight and everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Study. I'll immediately do
All right. So, as you step out Foley and then followed by the rest, and you are treated to a much more visceral, physical view of this location. The beauty of it sort of strikes you again as you just. It is very artfully done. Not as gaudy as the demiplane. There's amber, but it's a motif. It's also has a lot of undersea elements. You can almost hear the sound of your shark friend calling out for his mother. Almost. But the light lapping of water against the stone bridges that run across the bottom of the sea where the gargantuan amber form lies, it strikes you immediately that it is very quiet. You recall there was a lot of activity here of chanting of the fish folk, the Kuo-toa, milling about and worshipping their great and powerful draconic overlord, seeing to him, performing various rites, and they had an entire underwater area where they were converting the sea beasts into half-dragons in order to protect the body from any deep-sea divers or explorers who might be trying to go too deep into the waters. All of that seems stopped. Like the whole place is holding its breath.
How large is this area that is enclosed that, we can
It's
walk around it?
Quite large. There's pathways that run along it's weird. You're in like this air bubble, and the water beneath the pathways just sort of like laps up and down, almost as if it's like a fountain, but you kind of you just have this like sensation of when you're very deep underground, and you do kind of you can look out, some of the kind of little shimmerings of the shells are a little translucent, and you can see the water that flows all around you. And you do know that that is not a lake beneath you, but rather just the continuing water of the sea that you are at the bottom of.
Like somebody had just taken a dome and then crushed
Pretty
it down.
much, yeah. That's very much what it appears to be.
Okay.
So we're not surrounded by water. We're like in a.
You're in a coral castle.
Okay, gotcha.
But the castle, approximately, how big does it seem to be?
It is. It's large enough. Like I would say, you're in a nice sort of almost like an audience chamber, one could say. It's going to be maybe 70 to 100 feet wide and almost the same long. Like it's a very large area, and there are like doorways and other areas that lead out. But as you look around the chamber, you do actually see a fish folk, a Kuo-toa, with kind of amber scales mixed in with its fish-like scales, just kind of sitting on the floor, just kind of leaning against the corner, just sort of like.
These fish folk are good guys. Or bad guys.
They are good. Oh, they're supposed to be.
We would say neither, but they are attendants of the dragon. They are fish.
This is not. They're supposed to be more accepting. They were more protective of us and friendly in.
You had to fight your way in here last time because they were dying to defend their charge. Yes.
But
I'll position between the fish folk and
Okay. It sort of like looks at you.
it's complacent.
Yeah.
This may be senseless, but
It's
I'm going to do it
just
anyway.
like eyes.
I'm going to kick on my magic sense. I know we are in an underwater.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all over the place. Yeah.
quick question. Having been here, possibly remembering, I can make a roll if you want. Was there a piece of this that would be an altar that I would know Ekke might want to?
There was an altar of worship to Chimeras in the High Priest's chambers just off to the side of here.
Can I see it?
You can see the doorway that you remember leads to that chamber.
Would you like to take care of this individual for interrogation and allow me to do a bit of my reconnaissance?
Do as you wish, Ekke.
So you see Ekke reach up to where the evil eyes are. He plucks one of them off, and it grows and grows, and I'll cast clairvoyance, because I know this place fairly well. When it kind of goes invisible, just to the same translucentness that a clairvoyant orb is, and I'll go through the wall, and I'm just going to go through the castle and see what you'll give me.
You see in every room all the Kuo-toa you would expect to find, all of them still kind of somewhat covered in amber scales and sheens that have sort of dulled more than you remember. But the high priest in his chambers is not wearing the typical amber scale garb. It's just sort of sitting in like something you would expect it to like sleep in. He's just sort of sitting on his bed, just kind of like looking at his fish-like hands and just sort of like rocking back and forth and just leaning back in the bed. And you see in other rooms, you see the armory, all the weapons are up on the side of the wall. Every single one of them has been put exactly where they should be on the rack, and a lot of them are just sitting around playing cards or like some kind of weird esoteric game, you're not really sure. You see several of them just sitting in corners, just sort of like kind of just playing with a ball or just chilling. Like they just all seem to be lounging around the entire castle. But as you're kind of whizzing about, because that's going to take you a little bit of time.
Yeah.
The magic sense, on the one individual that is in the room.
You get a little whiff of magic from it, but like kind of just what you'd expect from a creature that might possess magic or has been kind of enhanced by magic.
Do I feel like he is inherently arcane, like he
No.
is a spellcaster or anything like that?
No, you feel like maybe they have like those amber scales might be some sort of like magical
Sure.
adjustment to their body, but other than that, no.
Do I, though, because magic sense works in a way where I can see if there has been a cast spell,
You don't see that any spells have been cast on.
so I don't feel like this guy is under some sort of a
Doesn't
spell.
seem to be the case.
Okay.
Hivearch.
Can I go up to the Kuo-toa?
Yes, is Foley joining you with that, I think?
I would imagine so.
So the two of you approach the Kuo-toa just sitting on the ground.
I will say in Nemalian,
Where are the rest of you? Why have you abandoned your charge?
Chilling.
It is cold at the bottom of the sea, Ross.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Issa is the new god of this world. He's awesome. You know what he says? Do nothing. Great edict. Best god ever.
What?
And
God.
with that, there is this sort of shake and a roar as your clairvoyance kind of comes back into the main room, having done a sweep. You see this gravely terrible, ethereal swirling of mists begin to rapidly whirl and twirl in the center of this audience chamber. This ethereal beauty, vast and sleek, with silver-edged scales of midnight hue, as the glaring jaws of a mighty dragon pierce through your very souls as it gazes out at you in its both ethereal yet somewhat physicalness in its countenance.
That would be me, Falisur, the new god of Imaria.
But that will be where we end this session.